Okay everyone, this is Coach Tony Morgan and we got another great video for you. Today I've got with me a gas safe engineer called Simon Bibby. Now Simon, he's an independent engineer, works on his own, and I've invited him today just to speak about the type what we're going to talk about, and that is going to be change your mindset, change your life. Now, I've been talking about mindset for many years now, telling people that the mindset is the foundation of everything, because without the right mindset, things are not going to go how you planned. And there's a lot of gas safe engineers out there, which I've seen from my own experience and from customers' experiences, what they told me, that there's a lot of gas safe engineers, boiler engineers, not doing as good as what they could do. So anyway, today we're going to just go through this conversation with Simon, and he's going to explain some of the things what he's seen and some of the things what affects our day-to-day interactions doing business and in personal life as well. So hopefully you're going to be entertained by what we're going to talk about. All right, Simon, so I just want to sort of talk about like how you got in the gas industry yourself, how you became an engineer.
Right, so how I became an engineer was, 15, 16 years ago. I bought a house, my boiler broke. I didn't have any money to get it repaired, so I started going to night school, doing plumbing. This was back when, I don't know if you remember, but it was all in the papers. Doctors are leaving to be plumbers because they're going to be on 80 or 100 grand a year and all this. Yeah. So I went to night school for 2 years doing plumbing, and I fit one bathroom and I thought, oh no, made a terrible mistake. So I nearly gave up then, but I started enrolled in another 3-year course at North Trafford College in Trafford Park for gas, and I was only there 3 months. Right. And I had an interview at British Gas. Really didn't think I did well in the interview, did not think I was going to get a job. I got offered a job. That was February 2007 when I started. Right. And it was kind of like a fast track course, 7 months in British Gas Engineering Academy in Leeds. So it was a month in tech, 2 weeks on the patch, month in tech, went like that. And then September 2007, I qualified as a gas safe engineer for British Gas.
Right, okay. So what happened? Where did you go from there? How did that progress?
So I was on a fast track course to be a service engineer, so became a service engineer with the support. They just let you do one job with an engineer there, and then they'd send you into the house on your own, and they build you up slowly. Yeah. And after 3 or 4 weeks, you're out servicing, and that's what I did for a couple of years for British Gas, and then I started doing breakdowns for them, which was involved going to another course only for a month, just improve your technical skills slightly, and then started doing breakdowns for British Gas. And I was with them in total for 7 years. I've been on my own now for 4.5, I think. 4.5 years now. Right.
Okay, good. So the journey through British Gas, how would you say it was good or bad?
There were certain aspects of it which were really good, working with the lads, the support, all that sort of stuff, but a lot of stuff started going wrong for me. Not specifically because of British Gas, just I would look back now, my mindset, I guess, was not in the right place. There's a certain aspect of working for British Gas where you had to work under work measurement or productivity. Yeah. And basically, you get so much time for a job. How many jobs you did with times by how long it took, and that should equate for your 40 hours a week. Right. And if it's down, you might get a bit of a talking to. If it's up, you get paid a bonus. So there was two sides to it. But a lot of the lads, they were just like, I don't care about it. Yeah. But I cared about it, and it ended up causing me sort of really quite severe mental health problems. Ended up having 2 spells off with depression. And it, although I'm depression is a constant thing now in my life. It's a constant battle. And I'm starting to now address that, not just with medication, but we're doing the right stuff
Right.
up here.
Okay, brilliant. So I just want to explain, like, how did we meet? Because obviously you're here with me today. So how did we get here?
Right, well, this is quite a surprising relationship that we ended up here because we didn't get off to the best of starts. I was just on YouTube, just doing a bit of research, perhaps looking for a bit of hints and tips, killing a bit of time, and saw Tony's video, and or some of Tony's videos, and thought, I think this guy's trying to rip people off. That's what I thought with your message, trying to, you're going to train these young engineers. Yeah. And at that stage, actually, one of the things that I never saw your face, I only saw your hands, and I thought, he's about 20. He doesn't know anything. And he's not 20, as you can see. So I left.
Oh, 20. Oh.
Well, your hands do. Right? So yeah. I left some comments on there, none of which you reacted to. And they weren't particularly pleasant comments, actually. Again, I had a lot. Well, I still do. It's a constant battle, and I'm beginning to realise all this stuff. I'm my own worst enemy quite often because my mind isn't right. So Tony didn't react to any of the comments apart from one, and it was just like, "Oh, thanks for your comment." And I'm like, "Why is he being nice? I'm saying all this stuff about him, and he's just." Didn't react. I wanted him to bite, you know what I mean? That's what I wanted you to do. And then another comment was, I think you put, something about was, do you not think we could work together? And when that comment come through, I thought, I've really had a pop at this guy. And he's kind of reaching out. And it almost like made me think, it was a moment of realisation that I'm being an absolute idiot here. Why am I being like this? And I kind of understand why now. I've been working on my mind and stuff. So then I think I sent a quick email to you, and we spoke the day after, and I think I come in that day, didn't we?
Yeah.
In the Saturday afternoon, we'd both been working in the morning, and had a good chat. And since then we've been keeping in contact, and I've been following a lot of what Tony's been saying, using it for my own personal help, you know what I mean, to try and improve myself. Yeah. Although I was aware of all this mindset stuff for a number of years, I mean, I've heard about meditation when I first got depression, probably even before that. But for whatever reason, I can't really quite sure why I'd never embraced it or tried it. I suppose I'd had to hit rock bottom first before you kind of start thinking, I need to do something. I really need to do something about this. Yeah. So that's how we met.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So like you said, we didn't hit off straight away, but as you said... it
was over a year ago that now, so,
Yeah, well, as I said, that's why we met. And the main thing is, you said it, that I didn't react because the reason why I didn't do it, because of the way I think, because my mindset's in the right place, but if my mindset was in the wrong place, then we would have been fighting like dogs. It would have been getting back to what the F.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, and it would have been all that type of thing.
Yeah, I think there's something I heard on one of the podcasts I was listening to about getting your mindset right, and you just summed it up. You don't react, you respond. And you think it's the same thing, but when you think about it, and that's what you did. You responded. You didn't react. I didn't inflame you. You didn't take the bait. And who knows where this relationship's going to go? Yeah,
that's it. Exactly. So, as I said, this is about changing your mindset, change your life, because that's what I did for my own self. I was struggling. I told you about my videos in the past, the Always Up. I went down before I went up, and I had to change my mindset for that to happen. And that's what we talk about today, and that's what Simon is getting across his message about his own change of mindset. So, what do you think, like, what I'm doing, what do you think about what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do with, which is, to me, a mammoth challenge for me. I'm a single guy in this industry, and what I'm trying to do is help engineers see a better way to do things than what they're currently doing by changing the mindset. I'm not doing just technical. I do training for engineers, new people and existing guys. No matter who you are, I can help. But the main thing what I'm focused on is the mindset as well. because that's a foundation of everything, as I said, and it's the most important part, and guys don't seem to realise this. So, Simon, so what do you think about what I've been doing, what you've seen so far?
Well, like I said at first, I didn't quite get where you were going with this sort of stuff, and it's taken a little bit to realise. But looking back at my story, you know, even though I had all the support of British Gas, it was still extremely difficult going from a trainee to being confident and competent. And through that journey, my mind got messed up, seriously ill. I now can see that if I had the right mindset in place, or even just the foundations of the mindset, I wouldn't have let the job overrule me. So what I think you're doing, Tony, is your support is coming from two angles. Most people, if you've got a slightly technical mind, you eventually you learn how to fix a boiler. But doing that and taking the stress under the job, if your mindset isn't right, it can be extremely disruptive. It was for my life. I've had depression for the last 10 years. It's a constant battle, and it's under control. But now I'm adopting this kind of mindset stuff. I mean, I was talking just before we were filming how one of the side effects of this working under the British Gas productivity was rush, and it started creeping into my life. Lots of little things, you know, like daft stuff. You sound like a nutter now telling it, but if I turn the oven up higher, it'll cook quicker, you know. And you don't notice you're doing it, and then you start analysing, you're like, right, just slow down. Taking my seatbelt off before I've pulled up. Another thing that I always used to do, flush the toilet before I finish weeing, because I'm just constantly in this rush. And what these getting your mindset right is certainly set me on the path of getting a grip, which is extremely difficult, getting a grip of your thoughts. And it gives you an insight. And in a way, I wish that I'd had this sort of insight before, because it would have been, I'm not saying I wouldn't have got depression, but it would have definitely helped me overcome it quicker, see where I'm going wrong. And it's only right at the beginning of this journey, really, of changing my mindset. I've been looking into it for the month now, maybe a little bit longer. Just recently started meditation. I don't know what your thoughts on that, but one of the podcasts said try it, you know what I mean? So
no, it does help.
And what I found is, although I still quite often have this tendency to rush, even though I have nothing to rush home to, because I'm, single on my own, you know. It's almost like time has slowed down for me. Everything. There's times where if I go and get something to the van, I'd be running to the van and then jogging back up the drive.
Right.
Crazy. You know, trying to save 2 seconds here and all this, but thinking it's to get home quicker and all this.
Right.
And one of the other things it's definitely done is what I realised. I just heard this podcast, and it was calling about this mindset podcast, and it was talking about living in the present, being in the present, and that's definitely something that the side effects of the productivity, the rushing. I was always thinking, right, get through this job, then I can get to the next, then I can get home. And it is a constant thing that you're gonna have to do. Probably I'll have to do for the rest of my life. And when I first heard that, I thought, what? But then, an example of how this, changing your mindset and just being able to analyse your thoughts. I was thinking about, I've got to do this forever. Although it's all right, I'm thinking, well, what if I give it for 2 years and then I'll be fixed, or 5 years I'll be fixed, and that's not going to happen. But then I analysed it. I'm like, right, if I've got to do this stuff for the rest of my life. Well, there's lots of stuff I've got to do for the rest of my life. Clean my teeth every day. Go to the barbers every month, 2 months, you know. So when you realise that you can get a bit of distance from your thoughts, you get more perspective then, and you can see what's kind of going on instead of being right in the middle of the centre of all your thoughts. And it just helps you kind of make the right decision. Or give you... Because quite often I would just make a decision, I'm quite impulsive, and think, well, I am my mind. My mind's told me to do this. Well, that's the right thing to do.
That's right.
And now what I'm doing is going, right, well, that is one option. What are my other options? Or even just changing the question round. Some of the stuff that I've picked up on, instead of saying, I don't want to do this, I don't want that, ask yourself, what do I want? And it gives you a totally different viewpoint, and you get more ideas in your head about what to do, how to tackle different situations.
Absolutely. So this change, like what we just said now, how has that come about? Just explain what made that turning point for you to start looking at things different.
Well, it's been a culmination of things. A lot of stuff's gone sort of pear-shaped in my life. I kind of fell out with me after my father died, fell out with my mum. And it was just a case of, I think, hitting rock bottom. Although I was down there for a long time, after I left British Gas, I didn't actually leave to set up on my own. I got invited to join another business, which didn't work. And I lost, 60 grand, including my house. And I think what I did was I just kind of went, well, get on with it, you know what I mean? Just crack on. And that was about 5 years ago. So I left British Gas, lost everything within a space of less than 12 months.
Wow.
And at one point, I think when I was just starting this business, I was just about to be paid for finishing off a bathroom because I couldn't get any gas work. I didn't know how to get gas work at that stage. I was doing and I had 15 quid in the bank, car, tools, and 15 quid in the bank. So what I've just done is I've just been totally focused on work.
Yeah.
And then I'm beginning to realise that although it's good and it's got me to where I am now, and and I've making a bit of money now and all that sort of stuff, everything else has gone by the wayside. I've had a couple of relationships break down while I've just been focusing on work. And it is, I have, in fact, probably have used work almost as like a self-medication.
But you're escaping from a bit like reality.
Yeah, escaping by just chucking myself into work.
Yeah.
And using this mindset, I don't even begin to realise how powerful it is. Just the start of the journey is like making me realise you can't just totally focus on work. You've got to give yourself a reward every now and again for your hard work. Another thing that I will be putting into place is, with the business, I'm going to set I've no goals. I'm just going to work. I'm just on a treadmill, and I kind of think, well, I'll probably do this till I'm 65.
Yeah.
That Brian Buffini.
Yeah, that's who I introduced you to. I just want to just go back a little bit. We'll go back to that bit. You said about your relationship broken down.
Yeah.
Now, what I've seen over a number of years is that in this industry, bar industry, there's a lot of relationship breakdown. It happened to me.
Right.
I've heard loads of engineers talk about it, going to see the kids weekend. So I know straight away why they're seeing the kids weekend, because I don't live with them.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing throughout this industry.
Right.
And what I think it's to do with the way people live in their lives, the way they go about things, the things like what you said. We've got stress, we've got trauma, we've got all sorts of stuff. We can't deal with it. We lash out, deal with things wrong, make rash, split decisions, all this type of stuff. Living our life, rush.
Yeah.
Some of the things you've said, that's come from conditioning from British Gas.
Yeah.
Just being that, and then you've brought it into your life, like you said. You said it yourself, relationship breakdowns, all these things, and I've seen it lots of times with different engineers.
Yeah.
So I think it's a widespread thing.
Yeah.
And it's a job, but it's not the job. The job is like being told that's the excuse.
Yeah.
It's not the job. We've got to step back. It's the way they're living their life. Then the mindset then governs how we deal with things. Like you said before, I didn't react, I responded. That's how you respond. You do things right, but you need to get the right thinking first.
Yeah. That's
what's going on, widespread. And I think there's a lot of guys out there like yourself.
Just fighting fires. It's it's constant. It is because the job is, it's challenging at times. When you nip something up and something else leaks. even that I've analysed, you know, when something goes wrong like that, I normally go, oh,
Yeah.
but I should stop doing that, because that permeates through all your other thoughts, and it takes it into your, you know, your home life.
That's it.
Your leisure time, and because you can't do this job unless you care about, you know, the industry really and the customer and doing it right. But you've got to be careful that it doesn't, that caring doesn't take over your life too much, and that's all you focus on. That's what I've definitely done.
Yeah.
And this mindset, it just brings a better balance.
That's right. Now, you said about you brought this guy called Brian Buffini.
Yes.
Now, I've got involved with him myself, and I think what he does is brilliant, and it's helped me put things in perspective, my own way I'm doing things, my own life, my own business, and when running the business, it's given me more direction. I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing anyway, but it's given more clarity.
Yeah.
Because this guy's doing it, he's out there, he's got a great model, he's helping people, and I said to myself, that's what I'm doing. I'm helping people in the bar industry.
Yeah.
Now, I introduced you to him because I thought it would help you.
Yeah.
And just explain, there's two things. You looked at my material and what I'm about, and then I've also been introduced to more material.
Yeah.
So since them things, how's that made a difference to you?
One of the couple of things that Brian has said, there was a podcast last week that you pinged out, and he referred back to the guy who he listened to, who was this legend in this industry called
Earl Nightingale.
Yeah, Earl Nightingale.
The Strangest Secret.
The Strangest Secret, yeah. And he dated back, I think he was doing this in the 50s.
1956.
Was it? And he ended up, I think, was he a salesman, but he ended up with like a publishing company.
Yeah.
So just by adopting this kind of stuff. Oh, and the other thing he was saying about is that it's the only spoken record to get they released it on vinyl back then, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the only spoken record ever to get a gold disc for the amount of people.
A million copies at the time, yeah.
Yeah, which I think you'd think is a lot. But he said something in that about, you know, if you're going to get your ship out of the harbour, you don't just set it free, and because it's just going to go everywhere. And that's what I've been doing. And that's where I still am at the moment. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not put the things into place, but I will be doing. I've got other things to work on first.
Yeah, so basically what he said there is there's two ships. One ship goes out the harbour, no captain, no radar. It could get shipwrecked.
Yeah, no crew.
It's not going nowhere. No target.
Yeah.
Where the next ship, it's got the captain, the radar, navigation, everything. It knows where it's going,
Yeah.
and it gets to its destination.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing. You've got to have a destination. You've got to have a goal. And I will be putting those things into place in, you know, next few months when I get to more grips with it. And whatever that's going to be, whether it's going to be targeting how much money I want to make or how much time I want off or anything, but you've got to have, if you're going to succeed, otherwise you're just a ship floating around, aren't you? And that's how I've been for the last, I'd say 3 years as my business has got bigger. It's almost like the business starts controlling you, which you've got to be careful of.
Correct.
It becomes this monster that's, you know, the phone rings and you're like, oh, you know, and all this, and if your mindset isn't right, it's like you get washed ashore, if you like, you know what I mean? You end up washed up. It's a dangerous thing not to be totally in control of your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So with all this said now, we've got the direction. This is what you're now going to be doing. And you said earlier about, I've got to be doing this all my life. It's going to be a pain, but it's actually a journey.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. It's a journey.
Yeah.
And that's what you will be doing, because we never stop learning. The journey is learning.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're going to brush your teeth, you're going to do this, you're going to do it, you're going to drive, you've got to do this, so you're going to do that till we drop.
Yeah.
But the key thing is you're going in the right direction, which you're going to be happier, you can see things, you're going to make goals, you can think, wow, this is what I'm going to be in 12 months, 6 months, 2 weeks, whatever it may be. So you've got direction.
Yeah.
And that's going to make you feel happier.
Yeah.
going to work, getting out of bed basically.
Yeah.
With something to aim for.
Yeah.
As opposed, a lot of guys have got nothing to aim for, and this is what then, without the ship being with the direction of the ship, it spills into private life, business life. This is why you get a lot of relationship breakdowns. Don't know how to communicate. They react rather than responding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one of the main messages I'm trying to get across to you guys, and also the technical side. The Masterful Engineer, he's got all these things. He's got the mindset and the technical skills. Put them together, and that's when you become the Masterful Engineer. And the other things what I'm doing is helping people how to run business better, as I said. That's a massive thing. And time management, managing your business correctly, or in a teamwork, or sharing ideas, anything like that. This is what we can do as independents getting together. And that's basically my sort of drive and mission to actually make that happen. It's going to take a lot of work, but guys like Simon, I'm sure there's a lot of Simons out there, a lot of Simons. So if you're interested, click on this link, drop us an email. Just like to hear from you and see what your thoughts are about what we've been talking about today. And if you want to sort of join us what we're doing, it'd be great to hear from you. So I think we've covered most things really.
Yeah.
Of basically how to change your mindset will definitely change your life, and I'm sure it'll be a good thing for everyone. So that's going to be it for me on this video. Hope you liked it, and hope to see you on the next video. So bye for now.